YouTubies, it's Lord Ision, also known as Psychic Bob. Well, welcome to Vlog Thursday. My schedule's pretty full today, so this is going to just be a little short vlog, but I wanted to answer some questions. Some of you have seen some of my previous videos where I'm wearing a veil, and some of you have said, Lord Ision, why are you wearing a veil? What does that mean? And I've done videos about sacred pagan veiling before, but I thought it'd be just a good topic to revisit because I've got a lot of new subscribers. By the way, welcome to our newbies. Welcome to Spirit Channel. We put out something every day, so I hope you'll stay with us. And if you're new and watching, make sure to hit that subscribe, be part of our scene here. Don't forget to like this video, thumbs up, favorite it, and share it with your friends. Well, I'm just glad you're here, and welcome to Thursday, Vlog Thursday. So, we're going to talk about the pagan tradition of veiling. And a lot of people today think that only women wear veils. And there is a tradition for women wearing veils. All you have to do is think about the Catholic Church. A lot of women today still go there and they wear the lace veils. That's part of the Catholic tradition. But a lot of people don't know that in the pagan faiths, veiling is also part of the ancient tradition that nowadays is starting to come back. And to wear the veil is kind of a sign of reverence, a sign of respect. It's saying, I place on myself sacred clothing to acknowledge that I'm entering into a sacred time, a time to commune with deity. I would not say the veil is a sign of shame or humility, like, oh, I'm so low, I have to veil myself. That's not the mindset, at least that I've experienced in the Wiccan and pagan traditions. But it's more a sign of I'm donning something, as a sign of committing myself to a sacred work, a sacred journey. You know, in ancient Rome, all of the priests, the male priests particularly, wore veils. To go into the temple, they would put their veils on before going to the altar and doing ritual or service. And so many Wiccans and pagans today are starting to bring this back. Now, I know among the female Wiccans and pagans that there's a tradition of wearing the veil. You don't see it as much among the men, but it is still coming back even among the men. And so today I just thought I'd talk to you about what type of veil to wear, how to wear a veil. So basically, a veil is simply a piece of cloth. Now, as I am the head of the Order of the Purple Cord, or Wiccan Order, purple is one of the sacred colors of the order. So I like to wear purple veils as the high priest. Any members of the order can wear purple veil as well. You don't have to be high priest, but particularly as part of my office, I wear the purple veil. So basically what I have is, it's a beautiful fabric. Now, if you're looking for veils, a nice, soft, lightweight veil is, look up yoga scarf or Om yoga scarf. And these are made in India. They're beautifully crafted, almost see-through fabrics, and they have mantras and different things on them. This actually is a Lord Ganesh scarf. And I happen to be a fan of the Lord Ganesh. So let's see if I can show you Lord Ganesh here. Let's see if you can see that. So there's a picture of Lord Ganesh. Can you see him right there with his elephant trunk? Isn't that wonderful? And there's some prayers and mantras. But I happen to love Lord Ganesh, so this works for my spirituality. But you don't have to have a Hindu veil or Indian veil. It can be any veil, whether patterned or unpatterned. The important thing is that for you it represents something sacred. And so for me today, I'm wearing this beautiful veil. It's a light purple veil. Well, it's kind of a blue, actually. It's a bluish purple, kind of a periwinkle. And you know, I've chosen it because of its sacredness. I love the fabrics from India. And I would recommend that you explore veils from India if you're looking for veils, whether male or female. And basically, once you have a veil, you know, you want to dedicate it to the service of your deity. So you could put it on the altar or pass it through incense. As I'm traveling, I don't have all my altars set up, but I would take this veil and pass it through incense and pray over it. And then what you do is you want to have the tradition of wearing it in a sacred way. So you don't just throw it on. You stop. And generally what most people do is they'll do a prayer and say, like, you know, if I'm going to pray to the gods, I'll say, you know, like the god that I worship is Lord Dionysus. So I would say, Lord Dionysus, unto your service I commit myself, to the donning of this veil. and I wear the sacred veil as a sign of my priesthood and of my service to you and the ancient ones. So mote it be. And then as you put on your veil, you're now doing it with prayer and reverence. And so your veil is a sign of your commitment to your spiritual path. You see, so I'm wearing this veil today in honor of Lord Dionysus, as well as Lord Ganesh. Actually, I'm kind of polytheist. I love them all. But my main deities in my temple room are Isis and Dionysus. So I'm wearing the veil today as a sign of my priesthood, of my Wiccan priesthood. And as head of the Order of the Purple Cord, the high priest, I wear a veil as well. So, this is something, again, as I said, men can do or women can do, Now, I wear my veil actually in public. Like, I actually don't just wear it at temple. You can wear it either at home or at your temple. Or, if you want, I wear it in public. And sometimes people stop and ask me, oh, what is that interesting veil you're wearing? And I say, well, I'm a Wiccan priest. I'm a head of a spiritual order, the Order of the Purple Cord. And it's a wonderful way to have dialogue. Sometimes people are fascinated. They'll just see and just want to know. I've had some people say, oh, are you Muslim? I said, no, I'm not Muslim. But the Muslims wear veils as well. Really across all the spiritual traditions, the Catholic wear veil, at least the women do. Islam, they wear the veils in Islam, men and women. In Judaism, at least ancient Judaism, the men wore veils as well. And they still wear it today. They actually do still wear it today. The talit, the prayer shawl, and it has tassels on the end. They put it on and go to the temple and pray. So many of the world's religions still wear the veil. And in the Wiccan faith, this is actually part of our ancient heritage as well. So it's starting to come back. And if you feel like, you might want to do this, again, you don't have to spend a lot of money. Just choose a piece of fabric. You could even go to the fabric store, like at Walmart in their fabric section, and just have a length of fabric. Now, I would encourage you, if you do get some fabric custom cut, get at least 5 feet or 6 feet so you have enough to really drape down. And that way the veil will stay on. I recommend that in terms of veiling, the lighter the fabric, the better, because even a light fabric, first of all, it'll just lay better across you, and it'll actually keep you warm. Even though this is paper thin, I'm already warm in it. And this is why I suggest the fabrics from India, because India, I don't know what it is about their fabrics, but their fabrics are thin as paper, literally, as you can see through it practically. And yet it's already warm. When I used to live near the Hindu temple, I'd see a lot of women in their saris. They were beautiful silk saris from Varanasi. And a lot of the saris also have veils that accompany them, or the part of the sari wraps around to be a veil. And I used to see these people in the dead of winter, freezing, 20 below zero, snowstorm and ice storm. And women would show up in the temple, nothing but these little thin saris. And I used to think, oh, these poor women, I need to go buy them a coat, Well, anyways, I end up getting a silk sari as a gift from somebody. I don't wear it, of course, but it's using it as an altar cloth. And so I just wrapped it around me to see what it was like. And I was like, this little thin wrapper of silk is warm, literally warm, and maybe even warmer than a big, heavy, bulky wool coat. So that's what I'm suggesting for you. The lighter the fabric, at least the Indian fabrics, they will keep you warm even in winter. So I can wear this veil even in the winter time. So anyways, I just want to come here today because those of you, when you see me in my videos wearing the veil, I know some of you said, well, what is that? You said you're wearing a veil. Why? It is part of the pagan and Wiccan spiritual practices that are now revitalizing in the craft and in the traditions and coming back into the world. And I believe that sacred signs and symbols are important. I think people need signs and symbols. Have you ever been traveling? I knew this happened to me one time. I was traveling on an airplane and I was very distraught about something. Somebody had died and I was having to travel. And I remember feeling very alone. And I looked across the aisle and there was a wonderful nun, a sister, Catholic nun sitting there. And she was wearing her full veils and outfit. And it just was very comforting me to know. And I said, Sister, and I said, would you pray for me today? And she said, of course I will. And she said, why don't you sit with me and we'll do the rosary? In those days, I still prayed the way I was Catholic. And so to have somebody in their symbolic clothing, she was wearing her nun's veil, it was a sign, it comforted me. And I think that there are many people in the world who need the visible signs. And so we as the priesthood of the Wiccan faith, we should wear our symbols and proclaim our work. Because there are people out there who are Wiccans who are like where I am right now, it's a small town. I met a Wiccan recently at a local restaurant. She was a waitress. And she said, gee, I haven't met anybody in my town. You're the first Wiccan I met. Because I went in one day and I was actually wearing a pentacle. And she said, oh, are you one of us? I said, yes. She said, oh my gosh. She said, I'm a Wiccan, but I'm solitary and I don't know a single Wiccan. And we spent the whole hour. She ended up having lunch with me. Even though she's a waitress, she kept sitting down in between bringing stuff and talking. We had a great time. But you see, my wearing the symbols are important. And if we wear the veil, it's an even greater symbol, much more noticeable. And so for those of you who can and are comfortable, I encourage you to wear the veil as a sign of your consecration to your practice, to your faith. So anyways, just something to share with you today. I'm going to keep this short. As I said, I've got a full schedule, but I wanted to come here and be with you guys. So I hope this has answered some of your questions about why Lord Ision is wearing the veil. You guys are the best. Listen, I love you. I send my blessings and greetings to all of you. Keep it here at Spirit Channel. We got more coming. Tomorrow is Yoga Friday, and we'll talk something mystical and about the Eastern mystery. So just make sure to be here then. You guys are the best. I love all of you. We'll see you back here tomorrow. By the way, if you didn't see yesterday's video, go check it out. We talked about how to wear secret, sacred Wiccan symbols. So if you didn't see that video, it's in the queue right before this one. Check it out. And don't forget to go register for my psychic development class. That's right. We're going to hold a class on Saturday on Zoom from 12 p.m. Eastern to 2 p.m. Eastern time. The price is $30 to register. And I'm going to be teaching techniques on how to ground and shield yourself to protect yourself from negative spirit influence. So if you'd like to work on your psychic skills, come and join us this Saturday for our class. We have a great group. Space is limited, so register early. It is in Zoom, which means it's live video conferencing, so you will actually see me face to face and get to talk to me and ask your questions about your psychic development. So it is professional level training. It's an interactive class. It's not a class you just sit and take notes. You're going to do exercises and explore your psychism, and I'll be there to help you. So if you'd like Psychic Bob's help in developing your psychic skills, come out this Saturday to our class. I'd love to have you there. Don't worry if you have no previous experience. We always start from the place that everybody is new. Guys, thanks for being here. Psychic Bob loves you. I'm going to wear my veil and contemplate the mysteries of the Wicca. Blessed be. I'll see you tomorrow.